Welcome to elimusacco.com. This is a website that is going to open doors to you, doors of prosperity. This is going to be a website that is going to elevate ordinary people, people who hitherto did not have such opportunities to financial well-being. Elimu Sacco is a financially stable and prosperity-driving organization. Our vision to be the beacon in the Sacco business is being realized in the lives of our members from wherever they are. What have we achieved in the last 40 years of our existence? Elimu, unlike many organizations, does not measure its achievements with the number of buildings that have been constructed for rental or for housing the society. No, we measure our success with the transformational impact that we have made in the lives of the thousands of low salaried and otherwise disadvantaged members in the society. We measure our achievement by the numbers of young people who have been taken to schools and to colleges, universities, and been given professional training through their parents and guardians being members of Elimu Sacco, and us intervening in the gaps in their lives to finance their financial shortfalls. We take pride when we meet with our members who are watchmen in schools, who are cooks, who are drivers, who are lowly looked upon individuals in society, and they tell us that my son has now been to university, has graduated, is a lawyer, is a doctor, is a teacher, etc. To us, that is the best measure of achievement, and we have a long list of such. My 40th anniversary message is not about those achievements that we have done. My message would be about what the next 40 years portend for this society. What is going to be the vision to be achieved from now? What direction do we want to walk? I can start it by pointing at some of the young members who are joining the society now. The message for the 40th anniversary lies in the young people we are now employing to drive us to the next level. The message for the 40 years will be how well we weld this society with the National Vision 2030. How well we weld this society with the Millennium Development Goals, and how clearly we see where this country wants to go. My vision for Elimu for the next 40 years is what contribution are we going to make in making Kenya one solid country that is not being pulled down economically, being torn apart politically by the various political, the different divergent political players in the field. What contribution can I and my colleagues in the board of this society make so that the 12,000 members of this society can impact upon the larger society of this country in making Kenya a stronger country? Because unless the country is strong, unless we are venturing into 40 years of peace and economic stability, political stability, then whatever we are doing in the lives of our members is not going to achieve much. What are we going to achieve if the house we help our member to build is destroyed in a political, so-called tribally instigated riot? What is it going to achieve? No, we need a peaceful environment to do business in, and our vision is that Kenya is going to be such a place. It's going to be the Canaan of Africa, so to speak. so that our members can thrive in the business ventures that they go into, so that they can take their children to schools with other Kenyan children and be able to achieve professional excellence and contribute to a better country. I'm not looking at us as just being an Elimu that thrives on its own achievement in its small corner, but a society that makes an impact that transforms this country. That is how I look at it at a broader scale in terms of achieving for the next 40 years. We serve this country through the members of Elimu Sacco. We don't say that we serve members of Elimu Sacco. We say that we serve the people of Kenya, deriving our inspiration from the great words of Harambee, which was the clarion call at the birth of this country. We can easily look back and say that the cooperative movement was born at almost the same time as this country was. I mean, in its independent stage. Of course, the movement was in Kenya earlier. We are now celebrating 100 plus 1 years in this country, I mean, as a movement. Even as we celebrate our 40 years and look up to the next 40 years, which I believe are going to be 40 great years, and that one of the platforms of this achievement is surely going to be this website that we are now launching, and which we expect to make very interactive. I expect to communicate with members from as far as Lodwar, Nyeri, Homa Bay, down to Kunda in the coast through this website, growing the society and sending out a message that nobody is really poor and nobody really earns so much money. It is how these earnings, no matter how little they are, it is how they are utilized that will really matter at the end of the day. When this society was started those 40 years ago, I'm sure that it was not easy to see where 40 years later. We have enabled our members to buy land and take their kids to school and to build houses and start businesses and all that. So what next? In the next 40 years, we desire to engage with young people who will join the society, say, at the age of 18, and be able to drive it for the next 40 years. Drive it beyond their retirement age. I want to see people in their 80s working in this society and saying that we are proud to be members of the Elimu Sacco throughout our lives.